Hi, Precious Heart. Thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. 2020 has been a very challenging year for millions of people in many ways. I know that there are those who cannot wait for this year to be over, and they are praying that 2021 will be a much less traumatic year for everyone. Well, because of the incredible activities of light that were God victoriously accomplished in 2020, even in the midst of the pain and suffering people were experiencing, the company of heaven has assured us that the divine potential for 2021 is very positive. They want us to know, however, that the key to releasing that divine potential is up to you and me and the rest of awakening humanity. In spite of the challenges, and in many instances because of the challenges in 2020, millions of people were able to raise their heads above the quagmire of surfacing negativity manifesting in the outer world. This allowed them to see the light and their own divine potential in life-transforming ways. They connected with the divinity of their I Am presence in ways they had not previously experienced. And at long last, many of them began to remember that they are sons and daughters of God, empowered with the gift of free will and the creative faculties of thought and feeling. This means that through our thoughts, feelings, words, and actions, we are actually creating the circumstances of our lives. We are not just victims being buffeted about by random events. We have a purpose and a reason for being. We embodied on earth with a mission and the divine destiny to become co-creators of the new earth with our Father, Mother God, and the beings of light in the realms of illumined truth. Now, as we cross the threshold into 2021, some predominant questions are arising in the hearts and minds of the newly awakened souls, such as, do I really have a mission? Can I possibly make a difference? How can my humble efforts create a new earth? The answer to the first question is yes. We all absolutely have a mission. In Richard Bach's book, Illusions, he has a wonderful test to help us determine whether or not our mission on earth is complete. The test is, if we are alive, it isn't. So as we birth the second year of this new decade, one of the key factors in helping us release the divine potential for 2021 is for us to accept and acknowledge that each and every one of us is already what we seek and what we desire to be from our highest level of consciousness. All we have to do is claim that truth and then live, move, and breathe out of that knowing. Our earthly bodies are literally multidimensional technology. In the new paradigm we are co-creating, we have the ability to hold space within our bodies for the highest frequencies of vibration. All we have to do is consistently pay attention to what we are being in every moment through our thoughts, words, actions, and feelings. Every single one of us has all of the skill, wisdom, knowledge, strength, and courage we need to succeed God victoriously in our mission. We just need to listen to our heart and respond according to our intuitive inner guidance. During the December 21st solstice and the simultaneous grand junction of Jupiter and Saturn, every person's I Am presence elevated our holy breath to new levels. Now we are breathing higher frequencies of prana and our life force with every breath we take. In the physical world of form, our breath is our connection to Source, our Father, Mother, God, the cosmic I Am, all that is. That is why we take our first breath at birth and our last breath when we leave the physical plane through the process we refer to as death. There will be some challenging things happening on the planet in 2021. But if we stay focused on the light and understand that these events are necessary in order to clear the way for the new earth, we will experience being on the earth, but not of the earth. This precious planet is going through an energetic collapse in order to dismantle and clear the toxic patterns and paradigms from the past. These destructive patterns are not coming back, and it will be up to you and me and the rest of awakening humanity to replace them with the heart-based patterns for the new earth. The I Am presence of every person abiding on earth and the entire company of heaven are standing in readiness, awaiting the opportunity to assist us in this holy endeavor. But remember, not even our I Am presence or the company of heaven can intervene to help us without us asking them to do so. No one is allowed to interfere with our free will. The beings of light have told us there is a universal law that decrees the call for assistance must come from the realm where the assistance is needed. This means quite literally that those of us abiding on earth must invoke the light of God and ask for the assistance we desire from our I Am presence and the company of heaven in order for these divine beings to have permission to intervene in our lives and to respond to our heart's call. The good news is that we are one with all life. Consequently, as the beings of light have revealed, if those of us abiding on the physical plane affirm our oneness with our I Am presence and the I Am presence of our brothers and sisters abiding on earth, then we can invoke the light of God on their behalf. This is easily accomplished by merely affirming before every invocation, I am my I Am presence, and I am one with the I Am presence of every person on earth. There is a school of thought that believes if we invoke the light on behalf of another person without them specifically asking for our help, we are interfering with the experiences and the learning that they need to go through. Whether that is true or not depends on how our request for assistance is made. If we invoke our I Am presence and the I Am presence of the person involved before we invoke the light of God on their behalf, that changes everything. When we take this important first step, it gives our I am presence and the I am presence of the person we want to help permission to receive the light and to control how the light is used. Our I am presence works solely toward our highest good and the highest good of all concerned. It knows exactly what our unfolding divine plan is, and it perpetually strives to help us expedite the fulfillment of that plan. Our I am presence knows why we are going through a particular challenge that we are experiencing, and it knows what we are going to learn by transmuting that experience back into light. It also knows how close we are to completing that process. Our I am presence also knows precisely how to utilize the light it is receiving for our highest good. That is true whether it is light that we have invoked for ourselves or light that has been invoked by another person on our behalf. When we begin our light work with the affirmation, I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of every person on earth, instantaneously, the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth receives a signal from our I am presence and stands in readiness to receive the light we are invoking on their behalf. Then every person's I am presence assimilates that light and uses it in perfect alignment with the person's divine plan and their highest good. This happens no matter who is making the invocation. This is what the company of heaven means when they tell us that we are powerful beyond our knowing. We literally have the ability to invoke the light of God through the I am presence of every person on earth simultaneously. Just contemplate what that really means for a moment. Instead of spending our time and energy invoking the light just for ourselves, with the same expenditure of time and energy, we can invoke the light on behalf of the 7.5 billion people evolving on this planet. So as we prepare for the birth of 2021, let's develop the habit of setting aside some time every day to invoke the light of God on behalf of ourselves, our loved ones, and all humanity. Together, let's make the heart commitment to be an instrument in releasing the divine potential for this new year, 2021. God bless you, dear one. I wish you a glorious new year, and I look forward to being with you next week.